Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
Glad to have you here with us. I'm Tim Pham. Today, Gonzaga Bulldogs face off against the Arkansas, not Arizona. All right, hello. Arkansas Razorbacks in the Sweet 16, and you can watch that game right here on KREM 2.
That's right, and we do have team coverage all morning long, getting you ready for the big game at 4 o'clock. So KREM 2's Malia Kamal is live this morning at the Zags unofficial headquarters, Jack and Dan's, where fans are getting ready to watch the game this afternoon. And Nicole Hernandez is actually live at Gonzaga, speaking with students about their excitement for the matchup.
And we have meteorologist Thomas Patrick in the KREM 2 Weather Center tracking your Sweet 16 forecast. But first, let's head on over to Brenna Green and Travis Green, who are in San Francisco right now with a preview of tonight's game.
Good morning from the Chase Center. Gonzaga and Arkansas tipping off at 4 o'clock today, and this place is going to be on fire. I actually heard from someone, lower level tickets, like $500 a pop here.
Ooh, good Lord. Good Lord. Don't blame them. This should be a really good game. Now, Arkansas, a team that plays some really nice defense. They've allowed under 60 points per game this season, so it could be a tough matchup for Gonzaga.
However, Arkansas shooting hasn't been so great
as
of late, and you're going to need shooting in order to keep up with the Zags. Now, if you want a full breakdown of everything about this game, tune in at 3. We're having an hour-long special talking everything Gonzaga and Arkansas. We're going to have you ready for this matchup.
Moral of the story, we've got you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
For now, though, reporting in the Chase Center, I'm Brenna Green. He's Travis Green, KREM 2 Sports.
Now, of course, there are a lot of Zag fans ready to root them on tonight, and the entire Gonzaga campus is already amped up, even if it's just a little after 7. And that's where we'll find KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez this morning. So, Nicole, we are hours away from tip-off. To be exact, we are, 8 hours and 56 minutes and 50 seconds from the big game. So, are students even up and getting pumped up for the game already?
Oh, that was so exact in 50 seconds. That was awesome. We have been seeing a few more people up and about now, but it's a college campus. I guess it's, college students like to sleep in if they can. I'm sure they were out getting ready to celebrate and, sleeping in so that they can go watch the game tonight. But we were out here yesterday when campus was buzzing and people were going to and from class and such, and we were pulling random students and asking them questions. We had every single person answer the same 3 questions. So the first question we asked them all is, how's your bracket doing? Did you have Gonzaga playing Arkansas in tonight's game?
No.
I do not.
No. No, I don't think anyone does, actually.
I did not. My bracket was busted early.
I have that side of the bracket all correct. Gonzaga, Arkansas, Texas Tech, and Duke.
At least one person got it right. All right, the second question we asked, how are you expecting Gonzaga to do against Arkansas specifically in tonight's game?
I'm expecting a big game from Timmy, I think.
They can't match up with Chet and Timmy, so we're chilling.
I'm hoping Chet and Drew work together and have a good game, but I know that Razier and Julian will come through if they don't have a good game.
The way we played Memphis, it was Memphis was a very aggressive team, so the way we took Memphis on, I feel like we'll do the same for Arkansas.
All right, last question. What is your final score prediction for the game tonight?
80-69. Wow. All right, I'll go 88-86, Gonzaga.
84-72.
Sticking to 84-76, Gonzaga.
76-70.
All right, we had some big guesses there. We'll have to go back and see which one of them was actually closest after tonight's game, of course. But one thing that we did notice is while all the answers you just heard were all different, everyone had the same answer to one question. I asked every single person, who do you have going all the way to the end, winning that championship game in your bracket? Every single one answered Gonzaga, including me. So hopefully we don't have any bracket busters today. Go Zags. I'll send things back to you guys.
That's right. Go Zags, Nicole. All right, let's check in now with Malia Kamal, who's at the place to be if you can't watch the Zags in person at Jack and Dan's. Good morning, Malia. I know it's Arkansas playing the Zags tonight, not Arizona. Clearly, I need a Long Island from Jack and Dan's. So is Jeff making one up for you this morning?
Not yet, Tim, but let me tell you, this place is gearing up already. There are signs on the wall. There are drinks that are being somewhat prepared, right? I'm here with Kevin McDonald. He is the one of the owners of Jack and Dan's. And you were telling me that there's a lot that goes on game day, a lot of superstitions, traditions. Kind of walk me through that again.
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, we get a lot of fans. We'll have some that'll get here at 10 or 11 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
Make sure they get their same table or same booth. Get ready for the game. You know, I got my own superstitions that I do. I gotta text Bob Finn and tell him to bring home a win. I forgot to do it when he went to St. Mary's this year, so that was my fault. But yeah, and then people, they just kind of get hunkered in and get ready. And I mean, it's March. The excitement's here, and people are ready to go.
It sure is. And you also told me that if the team is losing, that fans will do a couple of things to turn around the energy.
You might switch a table or switch up a drink. Sometimes I'll have
like a Long Island?
A Long Island or a vodka lemonade shows up at halftime just to change the mojo and get things going. And so far, the last two games, it seemed to work.
And so that's basically, I guess, foreshadowing to a win, I would say. Right?
Yeah.
I think they definitely have a really great chance.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. You know, everybody's excited. It's like Christmas twice a week in March. So.
Yes, and I'm excited to see the game today. This is going to be, this is a first for me to experience these traditions. And of course, you can watch the game today at 4 p.m. on KREM 2. Live in Spokane, Malia Kamal, KREM 2 News.
Oh, it is the place to be, and the Long Islands are strong. Well, if you're still looking for a way to support the team ahead of today's big game, you can head to the Gonzaga bookstore, the Zags shop, now selling the Sweet 16 shirts. It has a new logo and a look. You can make sure everyone knows exactly who you are rooting for during March Madness. And of course, the Zags take on Arkansas today, right here on KREM 2. Tip-off is set for 4 o'clock. You can join us early at 3, though, right here on KREM 2 for a Bulldog Madness special. And following that, we'll have a special edition of KREM 2 News at 3:30 leading into the big game.
Now, while the men are down in San Francisco, Spokane is getting a taste of the March Madness fun as the city is one of the hosts for the Women's Sweet 16 games. And the city of Spokane will see thousands of tourists this weekend. So this means increased business at local hotels, restaurants, and of course stores. The city estimates that the tournament will bring $4.4 million to the local economy. Kate Hudson from Visit Spokane says the city has missed the increased business from all of these major sporting events.
This money being infused into our local economy, we need it, especially after the last 2 years of not hosting anything. You know, the visitors to these events, they eat in our restaurants, they're paying a sales tax every time they shop or buy something, they're staying in our hotels.
Ohio State, Texas, Maryland, and Stanford will play their games starting on Friday, and you can actually still purchase tickets for the Sweet 16 on TicketWest.com. The Spokane Arena will also be home to the first 2 rounds of the 2024 NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament. Now, for all of the latest on March Madness and all of the headlines, you can just text the word March to 509-448-2000. We'll send all of that information right to your phone. And listen, the Zags are not the only ones that have a big game coming up. The Cougs are now headed to the Big Apple. The WSU men's basketball team beat BYU in the quarterfinals of the NIT. And of course, the story of the game was Michael Flowers. He broke Klay Thompson's record for the most 3-pointers in a season. Flowers scored 27 points on the night, and WSU now advances to the NIT semifinals at Madison Square Garden. The Cougs will take on Texas A&M on Tuesday night. That game will tip off at 6:30 p.m. and can be seen on ESPN2.
Weather-wise, looking great out there this morning. Plenty of sunshine to go around the inland northwest, but our temperatures are a little bit cool, as you might expect on this March morning. It is 34 degrees as of 7 o'clock this morning here in Spokane. Let's take a look at the temperatures all across the inland northwest. Most everybody, I believe, is above the freezing mark. I got to go all the way up to Mazama for a temperature of 31, but still in the 40s off the foothills of the Blue Mountains from Walla Walla to Lewiston as well. Mostly clear skies across the region for now. Not expecting any showers for this afternoon, unlike what we saw yesterday. So as the kids are heading off to the bus stop for today, it's actually mostly sunny to start the day, mostly cloudy to finish the day with temperatures still in the 50s.
The FBI doesn't show up unless there's something to look at. These are truths.
And Spokane Public Schools had their first board meeting after police and parents raised concerns of safety on school campuses.